Welcome to MX5 Racing with Clubman99. This time we are at Snetterton for round 3 of the BRSCC MX5 Clubman Championship. Qualified in 8th position. The red lights are on. The lights are out and away we go. Mega start from number 9, Jamie Turner. Bit of a shocker from one of the Pace brothers though. So we are up to P7. Thinking about going around the outside of Pete Smith. But run a little bit wide there and left the door open for Jake, who said, "I'll have that back, thank you very much." Taking the inside line at Montreal to defend from Jordan Head, who I know won't be shy when it comes to slinging one up the inside. So the plan here is very much stay out of trouble, try and keep with that lead pack. So let's see how that pans out. So not bad so far, as we can see Head, Lawrence and Ledoyen 3 wide in the rear view, slowing them all up nicely. I'm sticking in the toe and waiting for one of the guys in front to make a mistake. The toe, of course, super important in MX5s when we've got aerodynamics of a brick and no power whatsoever. Pete Smith a little bit wide through Agostini, but not enough for me to make a move. Looks like he's missed a gear though, so he's going backwards. Got 2 wheels on the grass and we are through. Decent run to Hamilton, and I'm back on the rear of the Pace twins. They've been quick all year, so oh yeah, I'm congratulating myself and can't decide what gear to get the car into. And Pete Smith slips back and back to where I started in P8. Long run down the Bentley Straight now, which is the longest straight in the whole of the East Anglia region. Staying in the toe, trying to keep Pete Smith in check, but not really gaining. But you can see that pesky Nick Ledoyen sneaking a little bit closer in the rear view mirror. Hard on the brakes now into the Brundle-Nelson complex, taking big chunks out of the guys in front, and oh, we can see a spinner up ahead. That's Jack Worry. Didn't want to hit him, but you can see Nick was a lot braver than me, carrying a lot more speed into the ball. Not enough though, and that door's closed nicely. So we follow the leading pack round. Coram is a long right-hander, just trying to balance the car right on the edge of grip before we get to the tight left-hander at Murray's. Then it's onto the start-finish straight for the end of lap 1. You can see Pete gapping me down here, and it looks through as though Johnny Greensmith has got past Nick Ledoyen behind. So we're settling in, remember the plan, keep with the pack in front. Coming into turn 1, Riches. You can just about hear that arch rubbing on the tyre. So that might be because I'm really fast through there, or it could be that I've put some weight on since last season. You decide. So hopefully you like the commentary. I thought I'd try something new, so of course let me know in the comments. If you don't like it, I won't bother doing it again. So we've got a bit of a gap back to Johnny Greensmith now, so I can concentrate on catching back up with the pack ahead. Pete Smith all over the back of the Pace brothers might give me an opportunity to close that gap, and it looks like Pete's through, yeah, and finds himself in the middle of a Pace sandwich. Definitely a little bit closer after those guys have been fighting up ahead. So we just need to get a good run through Hamilton, which we have, and we've started to close that gap up nicely. So as we head out round Oggies and onto Williams, we get a good run onto the back straight if we can. But yeah, it looks like I'm too far back to get a toe really, and they're pulling away. So let's fast forward these boring bits. So okay, so here we are again, enjoying the scenery as we tootle down the Bentley Straight. Interestingly, the Bentley Straight is named after the ex-Gadget Show presenter John Bentley. Heading into the complex for the 3rd time this race, and it looks like the pack ahead has shuffled a bit. So Pete Smith's leading the pack, I think, in third, with Jamie Turner at the rear, so he's my next target in sixth. Too many purple cars this year. Battling up ahead, got to be careful through Coram because you're right on the limit, and oh no, they've come together. Turner and Pace off the track, which gives us another 2 places, and we're now up to P5. So the plan's working out so far. Don't make any mistakes, drive as fast as I can, and if I can catch Pete and Dell in front, then all it takes is some errors from them, and we'll have a first Clubman99 podium. So let's fast forward again as we head down the centre straight, start at lap 4 of this 7-lap race. So it looks like Nick Ledoyne has also been on fast forward. You can see he's really closed that gap up behind. You've got to watch that because I know Nick built this car and he doesn't like it when I beat him. He is a subscriber though, so big shout out to Nick. Just trying to keep it neat and tidy now into the hairpin. Oh no, I've missed a gear. Nick's got the run into Palmer's, but don't think it's quite enough. We've got our door closed, but he's really putting me under pressure now. Just got to try and keep him behind for another 2.5 laps. Heading down to Agostini, interestingly named after the company that makes the Premier League sticker books. Got a nice wide line in, kiss the apex, but Nick's on the power earlier than me, taking advantage of the toe, shows his nose, but he's not going to get past around Hamilton unless he forces me into a mistake. You can see that the entry's compromised him, so we've opened that gap up a little bit. Into Oggies now, trying not to overdrive the car, but you know, I'm conscious I need to keep that gap open between me and Nick. Through Williams, using all the track as we head back down onto the Bentley straight. Feeling pretty exposed here, I've got no toe. Nick's behind, rapidly closing. There's not much I can do except let him drive past on the outside and maybe force a mistake into the complex. That isn't happening. We give each other lots of room. He's passed and I'm back in P6. It's not a bad result for me, but let's try and stick like glue to Nick and see if we can get our place back. Right on the back of the number 5 car through Bonhall, and Nick takes quite a tight defensive line into Coram all the way around. Nick brakes a little earlier than I do, but there's no way I can capitalise on that. And as we exit Murray's, you can see our squabbling has let Jordan Head in the red number 3 car catch up behind and join the party. I'm getting a good toe off Nick, so I'm keeping him under pressure, and the now 3 car train heads into Riches for the penultimate time. Just got to keep it neat and tidy really. You know, we've got to remember P6 is a really good result for Clubman99 Motorsport. As we're heading into the hairpin, I go defensive to keep Jordan Head behind. Nick thinks I'm making a move, does likewise. Jordan's really piling the pressure on now, right on the back bumper. Jordan was actually disqualified from this race for being underweight, so we needn't have worried too much. Conscious that Jordan's going to try and put it in the inside there, that move comes, so I close that off. Nick does likewise, but gives me plenty of racing room, manages to hold that position. So you can see yellow flags up ahead, there's been an incident. Now interestingly, you can see this green on the right hand side and the incident on the left. So that's going to be pivotal for what happens on our next lap. Anyway, we're through that section. We are back racing onto the Bentley straight once more. It seems like a very long straight in a MX5, so I'll take the opportunity to tell you that the world's smallest mammal is the bumblebee bat, weighing between 1.5 and 2 grams. See it for yourself. You'll need to visit one of a select few limestone caves in southwest Thailand. Into the complex once more. Jordan making an ambitious move on the inside. It's never going to come off. Trying not to lose too much time fighting because I don't want Nick to get too far up the road. Jordan is all over the back though. He's looking for any way through as we go around Coram. Tries to force the issue with a bit of a nudge. A little bit silly really, the car's fully loaded through there. Lucky not to get turned around. It's clearly never going to be a way through. We're back on the centre straight for the start in the last lap of this 15-minute race. You can see how I got a better exit from Murray's than the red car. We're slowly closing that gap up to the car ahead with that all-important toe. On the brakes a little bit later than Nick, carry a fraction more speed through turn 1. So closing as we get to the hairpin. Show Nick the nose. Nick goes defensive, covers off that inside line. It's really easy to get tempted there. Last minute dive bomb on the inside, especially on the last lap. We'll have none of that here on each other, lots of racing room. Through Palmer's for the last time. Still under pressure from Jordan. It's all over the back of me as we exit down to Agostini. Now I know Jordan's going to go for a move here, so we move off to the inside to cover that off. Jordan tries to drive around the outside. Gives me another nudge as we head into the yellow flag zone. Now I'm not really expecting Jordan to make a move here. Remember, we are still under yellows. But no, he's going for it, and he's timed that move really well. He's got past just after the green. You can see I'm not very happy about it. Nothing I can do. Nick's off the track ahead. Jordan's capitalised on that. He's through at Williams. Oh, contact with Nick Ledoyne. So we head down the Bentley Straight for the last time. That incident with Nick has allowed Johnny Greensmith in the number 11 car to take advantage. He's coming up. It's every man for himself. Everyone's out of the tow. Is Johnny going to be able to get past by the time we get to the complex? No, he's backing out. Battling up ahead though means Nick is compromised on his entry into Nelson. Have I got enough speed to make a run on Nick through the bomb hole? No is the answer to that one. I'm gaining on him, but it doesn't look like there's going to be a way past around Coram, so the last chance for me is to get a great exit from Murray's and try to do him on the line. Brake a little bit later than Nick. Nick turns in early, keep it wide, get on the power. A bit too much. Armful of opposite lock, and with that, the chances of P6 vanish. Or do they? Jordan Head disqualified for being underweight in post-race checks, so that's a P6 for race 1. Massive thanks to Close Racing for running me for the weekend. Hope you enjoyed the new style. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.